Greetings, everyone. DFG here, Gideon's Flight. Hey, guys. Rayshard Brooks, shot down, 27 years old, in Atlanta for falling asleep at a Wendy's, parking lot. And, I have to bring this out, and I'm not going to be loud and blusterous, as you guys know I can be. But I am going to say again, what's the point of looking at these people in terms of begging them to acknowledge that our life matters when it just simply does not matter to them? I mean, the guy gets shot in the back, at least from what I understand. Shot in the back. Now, you think after what happened with George Floyd and all the protests that are going on, that's been going on for the last few weeks, that could be almost impossible to happen. But that's not the case, because it's a culture, guys, is what I'm saying. It's ingrained in the very fabric of America to treat the Hebrew, so-called African American, as 2/3 of a human being. Quite frankly, not even 2/3, to treat them as a rabid animal. So they have no conscience in terms of pulling out a weapon and murdering a man. And we know, under zero circumstances will a 27-year-old white male get shot down by the police because he had a taser in his hand, or running away because he fell asleep, or whatever the reason might have been. It just would not happen. But yet it happens to us over and over again. And like I said before, it makes us look irrelevant, childish, quite frankly, silly, to go to the oppressor and ask the oppressor to stop. When the people of Yah got tired of getting their asses kicked by Pharaoh in Egypt under our first bondage, the first 400 years, they didn't go to Pharaoh petitioning Pharaoh, to free them. They went to Yah, and Yah heard the cries of the people. And then Yah broke the back of the most powerful nation on the planet, as well as took a few of them to the grave. That's how it happened. And that's what I'll continue to say to you. That only through, if we're going to petition somebody, for our lives, for our salvation, and I don't mean spiritual salvation, I'm talking about the saving of the people, we got to do that with Yah. But going to a vicious fox, and you're a hen, and saying, please, 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 find something else to eat when the chicken pen has been left open, it's not going to end well for that hen. And that's the same thing that I'm saying when I talk about looking for these people to respect, looking towards them for respect. It's just not going to happen. And you can go out there and you can pound the streets, you can protest, you can do whatever you want to do. And I'm telling you, they're not going to change, because it's in the inner fabric of America to be racist, bigot. The nation was built on the backs and the bloodshed of another people. The very people that they're killing, shooting, and doing every kind of abuse known to mankind to. It was built on that, guys. That's the foundation. So, it's like a house. You build a faulty foundation on a house, the first strong storm comes, that house is going to fall down. I don't care how much you pray that it does not fall, that the wind somehow or another, it sustains it. It's not going to sustain it. Maybe to get through the first or second storm, but trust me, you better get out of that house, because it's going to fall eventually. Babylon is going to fall. America is going to fall. But it's not going to fall because we go out and plead to our oppressors and ask them, to be sympathetic, to show some love and some respect, some caring. It's not going to happen for that reason. I mean, we can come out and we can, protest. I mean, we can burn down the Wendy's. That's what they did in Atlanta. But that's not going to bring, Rayshard Brooks back. And that's not going to stop the next man, black, so-called black, Hebrew Israelite man or woman from getting shot down again and again and again. So it's just a waste of time, but it's really sad. It's sad, and it just shows you the nature, and again, where's the The white, you know, I don't know what you know. I'm gonna say this: if I'm not talking about the white bigot, I'm not talking about, you know, the racist. I'm talking about the so-called compassionate white person. You know, they should be the ones burning down the buildings. They should be the ones tearing up the damn stores. They should be the ones boycotting, you know, corporate America. I'm talking about the ones who say they're not racist. They should be the ones out there, you know, pulling their money out of these financial institutions, pulling their money, you know, out of these markets, you know, not shopping at Targets and the Walmarts and anywhere else. They should be the one doing it in protest for what's happening to us. Because there's far more of them than us, but they're not going to do it. If your life really mattered, I ain't talking about the race. I'm talking about the so-called compassionate, caring white person. If it really meant what they profess and say, you know, in front of you and some of them in public, if it really meant that to them, they would be the ones who will be boycotting all of these financial and educational institutions as well. They will pull their kids out of these colleges. They will pull their money, again, out of these banks, out of these markets, all of these things, and say, you know, we're not going to spend another dime until we see some serious change in regards to how the treatment of, if you let them tell it, their so-called black brothers and sisters. But you're not going to see that. All the heavy lifting is always by us, the very ones who got to make, you know, or who have to make, you know, bricks without straw. It's in the book. Go read about it. But again, you know, they don't care because it's not happening to their children. I mean, I'm not saying they don't have some sympathy, and I'm not saying they won't say something about it. But if you care about something, if you got a real problem, you go and take action. You don't sit around and just discuss it. You go fix it. Why isn't the so-called Democrat, I'm going to use that term, okay, who are asking for our votes, right? Why aren't they fixing it? And I know some people, well, they're trying to fix it. They're trying to, look, guys, that's all dog. That's all horse and pony shows. That's dog and pony shows. That's all that is. They know how to fix a problem when they want to fix it. You see what they did with this financial situation with the stimulus. You saw how quick they fixed that, right? They know how to fix a problem when they want to fix a problem. They don't want to fix this problem. After all, you know, they're part of the problem because they're part of, you know, the systematic, you know, racist laws, you know, that go out throughout this country. They're a part of it. You don't think that they don't have a privilege or advantage by oppressing us and keeping us in their prisons and their institutions for free labor, you know, keeping us in the ghettos, you know, because, you know, they don't want us in their suburbs, keeping us, you know, the lowest paid because they don't want to compete with us for wages? You don't think that matters to them? That's what really matters. Your life does not matter. Black life doesn't matter to them. What matters to them is the economic advantages that they have by oppressing you and I, people who look like you and I. And that's a fact. So, you know, again, another sad day, another sad time, and another waste of good, valuable time with people running around the street, standing on Interstate 75 in Atlanta. What that's going to prove? Get hit by a damn semi flying down the road? You know, if it matters to you, again, you're going to have to take a lot more serious action than that. And again, I'll end this video with, you know, eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, and I'm going to leave it at that. You fill in the blanks. All right? You fill in what I did not say. Peace. DFG.